Pakistan and controversy go hand in hand. Their lack of preparation or lack of planning or the random decisions that are made at the PCB level have been a story for a long time. Just take a look at their preparation for this World Cup. Is there a story in there? Was there an issue with their preparation and the series they played?
Oh yeah, you could say. I mean, you look at England; they went to the Caribbean before Christmas, but everyone, not every team in the world can go and play in the country where the World Cup's going to take place. I just don't think they're a great team. Look at the preparation and the results. They've hardly got on a winning run. They've obviously beaten the Irish 2-1, lost to England, drew against New Zealand, lost to New Zealand, so two series against New Zealand. They've played 3 series against the same team, which isn't great. I mean, that's not great preparation when you're playing against one team in 3 consecutive series. Yeah. But I honestly just don't think they're a great team. And that's not being disrespectful. I just look at the way that Pakistan play T20 cricket compared to some of the other teams. I just don't think they've got enough power.
Yeah.
I think they've got decent bowlers. I think they've got some half-decent bowlers, particularly the seam bowlers. I think they're lacking world-class spinner, which is unheard of really in Pakistan. You generally have a couple of bowlers that can spin it either way. They haven't got that, so they're relying on the likes of Rauf, Naseem, Shah, Mohammed Amir, Shah, Shah Afridi, 4 quality seamers. They're good bowlers.
Yeah.
But if you look at the batting, and if you look at Australia. Australia have got 8 players that can whack sixes. Can just clear the rope. How many of that Pakistan batting lineup do you look at and go, destructive, powerful players? They're good players, and they can play nicely. Babar's a wonderful player. But is he a big six hitter? Yeah. Rizwan, is he a big sixer? They've got Azam who can clear the ropes. Other than that, I just don't think they've got the power. So whatever Pakistan do from here, I think they will make changes. I think Gary Kirsten will bring probably some younger players in to try and build that culture and that squad together. But he needs to find in T20 cricket some power.
Yeah.
That top 8, every single player that walks out has to, within 2 or 3 balls, be able to hit sixes. Pakistan don't have that.
Now, Naseem was quoted as saying that we need to play fire with fire, and that fire has been missing. It's a good line, but Mohsin Naqvi, the PCB boss, was apparently quoted saying that there will be a major surgery. Now, that's what Naseem has said. He said the fear of failure was an issue, and that's where things have gone wrong. But Mohsin Naqvi saying there could be, or there is a possibility of a major surgery. What does he mean by that?
No, I think that's what, and this is, this quote is a nice quote, and I think this is straight out of a book of sporting excellence, how to perform. Yeah. And this guy's thinking about the cricket, and I'm glad he is.
Yeah.
But I think the more important quote is Mohsin Naqvi sitting with all these Pakistani reporters in an airport lounge and saying that there is going to be major surgery, because you see, you've got a situation which is, which hasn't been great for a very long time. It's not just now. If you look at Pakistan cricket since 2011, you've had somebody like a Najam Sethi take over. Then Najam Sethi is there. The moment Imran Khan comes back, he gets rid of him.
Yeah.
Zaka Ashraf was there before him. Zaka Ashraf got removed. Zaka Ashraf comes back when Najam Sethi goes out. Yeah. Okay, and they keep exchanging places depending on the regime.
Yeah.
And that's one problem. The government changing means the PCB chief changing is not a great idea at all.
Yeah.
And now your current chief, what's his main job? Mohsin Naqvi, maybe he is no experience in cricket administration. He is the Minister for the Interior. He's a full-fledged politician who comes into cricket and says, okay, I want to do something about it. And intentions may be good, but the problem is that too many, left-right changes are a problem. And every time if your government changes, if your PCB changes as well, that's a serious problem for cricketers. So I think that is one serious problem that they need to consider about the way they run their cricket. And every time that your cricket administration, this is true of Bangladesh as well, every time your cricket administration is impacted by your political administration on a daily basis, it's a problem. Because whatever it is, with all its problems in Indian cricket reasonably runs by itself. The regime is relatively stable. No matter what the situation is, games go on.
Yeah.
And you don't get huge changes coming from a chairman. You may get changes coming from their policy changes done by the chairman, but they are not going to mess around with who's going to be the captain, who's going to be the coach. I think those things don't happen.
Now, they were knocked out of the ODI World Cup in India. They changed the captain. They got Shah Afridi in charge. Lost the series in New Zealand 4-1. They got him out, brought Babar back in. So this needs a multiple surgery for multiple organs. It's a multiple organ failure for Pakistan. What does Dr. Gary Kirsten look at first?
Well, first and foremost, of all the teams in the world, we tend to talk about the Pakistan chairman far too much. Whoever the chairman is, the chairman shouldn't be even spoken about.
Exactly.
I shouldn't even know who he is.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and that's the problem, that there's quite a few subcontinent teams. They have these issues. You know, whether it's Sri Lanka, Bangladesh.
Yep.
You know, they seem to have these kind of leadership structures where the chairman of the board has so much power.
Yeah.
You know, it's surely down to the coach and the captain and the players.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know, and Gary Kirsten needs to be given the power to do what he needs to do to get that team playing. Whether it is to get rid of some of the senior players just to start all over again, maybe that's one option. Maybe he wants to give the senior players a little bit more opportunity. Gary Kirsten is someone that likes to get the best out of people.
Yeah.
And he'll be looking at Pakistan thinking, is there a huge amount of strength in depth? I don't think there is. You know, I don't think there's many players that are out of this squad that are crying to be in the squad. So I would think Gary's the perfect kind of person at the minute for Pakistan cricket. But I've just had enough of listening and hearing about the Pakistan chairman, or the swapping and changing. The chairman comes in, he gets rid of the coach, gets rid of the captain. They just need somehow some consistency. It's very difficult because there's a lot of pressure, and a lot of pressure comes from the outside, and a huge amount of pressure comes from the ex-players in Pakistan. Gary Kirsten's going to have to be and Jason Gillespie with the Test match team is going to have to be very, very strong in themselves to just get what they need to try and build the team and the structure. And I'm pretty sure both those people that I've mentioned, Gary and Jason Gillespie, they're good coaches. And if they're given the right amount of time and the right amount of backing and the freedom to manage how they feel they need to manage and bring in the players that they feel for the team that they're trying to build, I would say that they'll get it. I wouldn't say they're going to be world beaters quickly, but they won't get them far away because there'll certainly be a lot of talent in Pakistan.